So guys, this is absolutely incredible. I'm absolutely over the moon. A bird I never expected to see. So guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm still in the UK at the moment, and this is probably my last video from the UK. And I'm actually in Staffordshire, which is an area I've never really done any photography before. Such beautiful county, endless fields, loads and loads of woodlands, really, really nice. Come to a woodland that I do know because this is where my wife's parents live. And I've been on this walk many, many times. This is areas owned by the Woodland Trust. Lots of surrounding fields and tracks. Lots of hare here, lots of buzzard, kestrel. And I found a spot and an old barn where I'm hoping maybe there's a barn owl. Now, there is a track going down towards that way, which is open to the public. So I'm hoping to maybe stake that out this evening and maybe get lucky with a barn owl. I think there's a population of little owls in this area. There's a grey squirrel in the tree behind me. So I'm hoping there's populations of little owl. Seems like a good place for them. So I got my bins, got a light outfit, and got a bit of food. I thought I'd get out, have a look, see what's on this local patch. Hopefully maybe getting some deer emerging later on. Maybe get lucky, weather's great. And yeah, just good to be out and enjoying the this beautiful summer weather. There's lots of fledged birds at the moment. So I've seen fledged robins, wrens, blackcaps, all sorts of species. Nice little wood pigeon there calling away. Hopefully we get lucky. So going to spend the evening out. Hopefully we'll get some views of some birds of prey, maybe some owls, who knows. But great to be out, see what we can go and find. Don't know if you can hear this, guys. We've got a Eurasian blackcap just singing away. Got jiff jabs. Absolutely fantastic. There's a lot of young fledged birds around at the moment. Robins, blackbirds. Got magpies, got jays. Really, really nice to hear. That's the blackcap calling away. That's the male that generally calls in the blackcap. Beautifully quiet, can hear the humming of bumblebees as well. Absolutely lovely in here. Yeah, onward. So I've just come to the bottom of this track here at the moment, and we've got a flurry of coal tits in here and goldcrest. So we've got adult birds and young. Looks like some of the young are fledged and some are still being fed. I don't know if you can hear that. There you go, lovely. So we've got a lot of rhododendron in here and Himalayan balsam. Bit of a thug. But there's tons of insects around it and the birds are loving it. Gotta hear that, it's beautiful. Coal tit in there. Beautiful. So guys, this is the area that I was talking about. I don't know if you can see that barn in the distance over there. That I think is a perfect spot for a barn owl. This ground here is really, really long. Perfect for them to hunt in. There's lots and lots of posts around. It's going to be an ideal position for them to hunt. So also for little owl as well. So I'm kind of hoping that maybe we'll get lucky. It is one of those though, just because I think it's going to be a great spot. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be. So we shall see. But it's kind of like 5:30 now, so I've had a good walk through the woods, seeing quite a lot actually. Coal tit, great tit, blue tits, robins, blackbirds, chiffchaff, willow warbler, the goldcrest as well, firecrest. So some really, really good species. But let's hope as that light fails a little bit, the owls and maybe some deer will come out to hunt. So guys, it's a great spot. We've got fledged kestrels at the moment, and we just had a peregrine go over. I can't really ascertain how many there are, but it's got to be at least 3. I've just been flying around the pylons there, silhouetted to death, the pictures, but I've got a couple over in the tree over there. I've got a few hunting adults here as well, but they were just in. I've just gone along this tree line here, give myself a bit of cover. And I'm hoping we might get a close encounter with one coming back. It's very little point me sneaking up on them in this open ground, so I'm just hoping I might get a hunting bird. There's loads and loads of skylarks in here as well, and really, really long grass. I've just come off the path here. I think I've got right of way through here, not causing any hassle for the farmer, but I'm really hoping they come back. Such vocalization. I don't know if you heard that on the video there, but they're certainly flying around a lot. There's one just gone and landed really far away on a tree over there. So yeah, I'm hoping we get lucky. There's no guarantees. It's a big ass area, and yeah, just sit tight and hope for the best. So guys, I think we've got 3 young falcons. So far, you can tell they're really clumsy. They are flying, they look clumsy in flight, and when they come try to land, it's not very elegant, so they can't long have fledged, and they're just learning the craft at the moment. But got some shocking pictures so far, maybe couple usable, but it's not always about capturing an award-winning image every time. It's more just getting out in nature and enjoying yourself. The award-winning images rarely come, but some decent images do, and you know, after being out in the field long enough, you will get successful. It's not going to happen every time, but obviously in my last video, guys, I had an amazing time with those peregrine falcons. Absolutely fantastic, and that was awesome. That'll do me for 6 months. A bit more often wouldn't do any harm, but yeah, these guys would be great. I don't think I've ever taken really many pictures of young fledged kestrels, so that would be great. This is crying out for owl species here. I mean, I get a little itchy eye when it's really strong, the pollen, and it's really strong stuck in this field here amongst the long grass, but refrain from itching my eyes. But I'm hoping they come back. They've gone quiet now. They were in on this post just behind me here. If I just turn the camera around. So on the fence line, just going down here, and they were moving along as I was coming up. I was well away from them, and they were just going up and down, so I'm hoping they may return. So guys, we've got some young fledged buzzards as well at the moment over on the other side, making a right racket. And we've had those falcons obviously flying around this large expanse here. I've got a few shots of them so far, not particularly good, not particularly close, but I'm hoping I might get lucky as that evening draws in, and maybe the emergence of an owl, all being well. But yeah, it's gone a bit quiet.
at the moment. Got a lot of skylarks, a lot of linnets and stuff flying around as well, which is really, really nice. Perching up on some of the trees and some of the posts, which is nice as well. But I'm going to hang on here a little bit longer, then I might just move down towards the forest, get myself tucked up along the forest edge into the field, and hopefully then disguise myself a little bit more. And we might get lucky with those owls maybe, and maybe a mammal coming out as that light fails. Loads of pheasants, if you can hear that, going around at the moment. Bit of a waiting game, but it's nice to come somewhere new, you know. Got out on the cliffs when I was at home, and now I'm here in the country doing the thing. So on a new patch, which is really good. But nice to go somewhere different. But yeah, oh, there I can see a pheasant just come out in the open, strutting its stuff on a patch of bare grass there. Oh, it's running this way. Maybe common, but they got beautiful feather colours. Just absolutely amazing. It's going right this way. Right, fingers crossed for that kestrel. So it just had the young kestrel. Came right low across the fields and then up onto a hawthorn bush. Managed to get a little bit of footage, but I'm shooting right into the light, so a bit of handheld video too, and a terrible still with a bit of pylon in the background, which doesn't really bode well for a great shot. But I'm hoping I'm quite low on the grass here, so I can shoot real low, and hopefully the kestrel will be appeared like it's floating in the grass, because I can get down low enough that I'm shooting to the bird at the top, get a blurred bottom, and then I can mask the fence, hopefully, if it lands on one of kind of 8 posts. And it's gone quiet now. It was further up behind, then it went off into the field, so whether or not it found any prey I don't know, but I'm hoping it was landing on these posts earlier. It might come back in. I can only see one so far, so hopefully it will be back, but at least got to see it, you know, and capture a little bit of wobbly footage. But yeah, it's better than nothing. I'm thinking the 2 or 3 kestrels I saw earlier on were just the juveniles, and oh, there it is. Well, guys, I think would you have heard that? I'm thinking I might have found the nest. There it goes. That's pretty awesome. I'm really confused here. There's a possibility I could have found the nest, and I think one falcon has fledged, maybe. I just saw a type of food pass now. You probably heard me rattle the shutter off there. It was a million miles away. And there was one of the falcons was on the telegraph wire. I think it's gone now. But it's going back up to the same tree. And there they go, there they go. Is that 2 birds? No. It's 2 magpies. So there's a large sycamore tree just on the tree line over there, and I think falcons keep going back in there. It was kind of like there was a kind of food pass type thing on the wires, but I can't see. There was a bird on there. It must have flown off, but I'm not sure. But that was great. I did a bit of video really far away of it as it flying along the fence line there. Bit of handheld at slow-mo, but there's something going on in that tree. Whew, keeps you on your toes. So guys, what I said about the bird flying into the to a telegraph wire, on the telegraph wire was a male kestrel, and I got some shocking shots, but you can make out it's a male. And it was either looked like the female or a juvenile bird had come into the male, had food, had a kill, I think it was like a vole, kind of went up, they had a bit of a fly debacle, and then the female flew back to a nest. Now, kind of seems a bit weird why the female would fly to the male, show the food, and then fly to the nest. Now, it could have been a food pass, because as I was filming, as you'll see in the footage, as I was filming the bird flying along the hedge line and doing a bit of a U-in and going back up to the nest, didn't look like it had anything underneath. There's a slight little thing underneath, but the food pass on the electrical wire seemed quite a lot bigger. So I don't know whether they did a food pass or not. It's really hard, but you could see the bluey greyness of the head of the adult male kestrel, so that certainly wouldn't have been a juvenile. So when I get home, I'll obviously have a look and see what I can make of it. But yeah, one of them's still up in the large sycamore tree over on the hedge line there. So I'm just going to keep an eye on that. It's just weird, because the bird that I've been watching that flew back towards the telegraph pylon was making a very young juvenile call on the tree behind me. It just seems a bit odd. Maybe it's the female screaming to the male saying, "Are you going to do some work?" I really don't know. But see how the story unfolds. But it's pretty cool. You know, the images are bad, guys. You know, they're not going to be much at all. And when I do my videos, it's not all about how amazing the images are, because they're not always that good. But, you know, I don't always strive to get the best image ever. It's more to tell a story really about what the birds are doing. And usually if I do get any really decent images, I do show some half decent ones on my video, but I always keep the best ones for prints and for competitions and things. But yeah, certainly no award winners here today, but that was just fantastic to see the behaviour. And I know I really did shoot. I mean, the telegraph wires are like right over there. Managed to focus and get a half decent sort of idea of what they were doing, but yeah, exciting on the kestrel front, which is cool. So eyes fixed on the tree now, and see if we can get some low shots over the grass. But they're certainly a bit more active now, I think, as that evening draws in, trying to get food for the young. So possibly this could be the two adult birds and the young birds are still on the nest. You know, I really, you know, just clutching at straws there a little bit, but that's actually what it looks like to me. But we'll have to see if the story unfolds anymore. So guys, I think I finally worked it out. I've had a look back at the images, and it looks as if it's the female and male that have been flying around. Now, there may have been another kestrel. Could have been that peregrine when I saw three falcons earlier. Could have been the tiercel male peregrine, slightly smaller. Obviously, it is bigger than the kestrel, but I saw three falcons, pointy wings. So I think it was a male and female bird of the kestrels. That's the tree. They're feeding the young. The young haven't fledged. Just the vocalization of the female. She's obviously then calling, probably giving the male a bit of a hard time because he needs to get his arse in gear and get some food. But they're going back to the tree time and time again. So I think that's basically what's happening. And I can see now, I can see a male or a female kestrel hovering just over in the distance there. Yeah, doing the thing, doing the hover into wind. Miles away, guys. I've got a little bit of footage. Let's have a look, see if I can, God, let's have a look. There we go, we're recording. Oh, it's so far away. So far away, but definitely the kestrel. Absolutely 100%. That's kestrels hunting over there. Oh, there's the other kestrel going. Amazing. So definitely, there's definitely the two birds hunting. Just left the nest. One's coming this way. If I can get close here, this would be great. Slightly silhouette shot, but let's have a go. So difficult this. I'm just trying to follow the bird. It's really low over the grass. Come on, fella.
it's making its way over here. That would have been a shocking bit of footage. Oh, there's the adult birds. So 2 birds. Female's just gone, or the male's gone forward, and there's 2 birds. One's chasing the other. Right, let's just see if we can stay still here. Might come close to me, I don't know. Oh, there it is. Not easy focusing here at all, guys. Whoa, it's gone right down. Beautiful. It's certainly picking up the tempo now, regardless of the shot, which I don't really care. It's the story of the kestrels and what they're up to is what I'm interested in. And I've never really studied kestrels as much as I wanted to during the breeding season. Studied them in autumn and winter, you know, watching what they get up to, but never actually during feeding young and stuff. So they are now really active. I've just got to keep an eye on the nest behind. Birds have gone over a brow of a hill now. I've lost the other. Saw one gunning it straight down, falcon-like. It's all gone quiet now. So there we have it. Male and female active hunting kestrels feeding falcons in a tree. So guys, I've just made my way around to check out the tree, purely because this is a main footpath. And I'm hoping just to confirm that the nest is there. Then I'll move away from a distance and see if we can observe then from a good way. And maybe might be able to get some shots of the birds coming in with food. So I'm thinking I know where it is. Right at the tree now. And as I always say, guys, got to bear in mind the sensitivity of the birds. They won't come in with food when I'm right here. They've gone off to hunt. I just want to see if the nest is here. Can't see anything at the minute, but I'll have a quick look. I saw a load of ladies running down this path. Didn't even know it existed. So 4 people ran past. So the birds have obviously nested near a path. So they're going to be used to a little bit of disturbance, but not an awful lot. So I've positioned myself well back from the tree so I can see the birds coming in to approach. Now I can't see anything in the tree that regards the nest, but that's like the 3rd or 4th time they've been in there. So I'm thinking they've either got young tucked up in there that are fledged and they're just feeding, or there is a nest and I just haven't seen it. So yeah, I mean, hopefully they might come across the long grass and I can get them coming in because I'm really far away from the tree. So they've both gone off hunting that way. Yeah, could get lucky. It's a really good vantage point as well down here, so I can have a look down the valley, certainly down the bottom there where I hope to see the owls. So a really good spot. So sit here, I think, have a quick brew, see if the kestrels turn up, and if they do, then we've got an idea that there's a nest, and we might be able to pinpoint a little bit of a better location where that nest is situated. At the minute, for the life of me, I can't see where it is. And it could just be a position they go and lay up in, I don't know. But I've definitely established that it's male, female, and the young falcons haven't actually fledged yet. So really cool though, loving it. It's just like new species randomly coming out. Oh, suddenly finding a local kestrel here, feeding its young. Awesome. You know, can't go wrong really. Let's just see if those birds come back. If they have, and they come back into that tree, there we go, we got a dead cert. But yeah, gonna go quiet, get a brew out, see what happens. So guys, I'm keeping a watchful eye from a considerable distance to the barn here at the moment, and just to see if we can see an owl coming out. Often what they do before they emerge is they'll go and sit on a window ledge, any sort of opening barn door, just have a look out, survey the area, check for danger before they proceed to hunt. So, you know, I was hoping that, you know, we might get to see one. I mean, there's no guarantees. I've never seen an owl here before. Mind you, I've never been here at this time in the evening. It's a perfect spot, the perfect habitat.
why wouldn't there be? You know, it depends if there's a crevice hole or something inside the barn they can actually nest in. If it's just an empty place with no sort of void to go down and lay, or a ledge or something where it's dark, then I doubt they'd go in there. But there could even be a box in there. But it's surrounded by a fence. I think it's owned by the water board. Such a beautiful little building, actually, and the roof's pretty much intact. So these are the sort of things you don't get to see these days, because most of these places are either converted into houses or knocked down, or they're completely ruined and the roof's gone. So yeah, it's nice to see that building left intact, and hopefully it's a home to a barn owl, or maybe even a little owl. You know, you just don't know. Little owls obviously hunt during the day as well, but they're most active really at dusk and dawn. But yeah, keep watching. If we can see a white ghostly figure come out of that barn, it will make my day. But we shall see. But at the moment, Kestrel's gone quiet. They've gone off to hunt over that direction, and they haven't returned to the tree yet. So we'll wait and see what happens. So the Kestrels are back. Just as I come off the video then. There we go. So guys, this is absolutely incredible. I'm absolutely over the moon. A bird I never expected to see. So I said I thought I saw a peregrine earlier on, and I said it was slightly smaller, and I thought it was the tearsel bird, because you've got the two kestrels here. We've only got a hobby. Unbelievable. Amazing. What a bird. Falco sabutio. An absolutely cracking bird. Amazing. It just came and landed on the tree, probably about... Oh my God, it's coming again. Oh my God. Unbelievable. A hobby. I never expected to see a hobby. It just landed quite close to me. Oh my God, I was rattling it off, hand holding for video at 4K 60 and 120. And my Christ, it was hard work. Just got a stock dove come in as well now. Unbelievable. I never ever expected to see a hobby here. Oh man. If you find the fields with the right level of grass, the right habitat, the birds will be there. I think you can tell I'm kind of over the moon. And I'm not going to say hobby's one of my favourite birds, because it really is one of my favourite birds, but I never expected to see a hobby here. I really didn't, and so close to me. I hope I've got some decent images there. I was fumbling around with the buttons trying to get overexposure. I was fumbling around the buttons trying to compensate some of the video as well for slow-mo, for 4K. I was trying to drop down the ISO. I was shooting really high for some fast action. I had to drop it down to 1/250th a second to get a little lower ISO shot while they were perching. A lot of fumbling around, a lot of things going on, and yeah, incredible. I mean, crikey, that's incredible. If I get an owl tonight, the photography gods are on my side. I just hope, I haven't even looked at the camera yet. I'm going to hope I've got some half decent images there. But fantastic, a hobby. Come on. Come on. What a bird. Forget the owls. Hobby is a pretty cool bird. He says while he goes and looks for a quick owl behind. But right, I'm going to check these images, see if they're any good. Well, guys, I thought the hobby was back, and had a bird come in real quick, real dark, and it was the stock dove. It's still got the blood pumping, but that's a bird I don't see very often, a stock dove. So, you know, it's all good. It's all good. And oh man, I don't know where the hobby's gone, but it looked like a male. It's quite a mature adult because it's got the red sort of oranginess at the back end. So yeah, fantastic. So now I know 2 kestrels, adult, male, female, nest somewhere here, possibly in the tree. They haven't been back. And the other bird I saw was the hobby. And obviously there's a lot of calling and territorial behavior going on. The kestrels will not like a hobby in their territory. I don't know whether hobbies breed here or not. I've, looked on eBird and stuff like that to see if there's any indication of any hobbies. This would be an ideal habitat for hobby as well. They don't, always feed over dragonflies over water. They feed over long grassy fields like this because dragonflies also frequent here, but as well as butterflies and other species, and they do go after other insects as well. So, the habitat is there and it's quite vast. It's lovely to see that they've got cattle here, but they've got loads of fields here which are really, really long, and we're talking hundreds of acres of fields. Absolutely beautiful. That is a bird I've not taken a picture of for a long, long time. Buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. That's just great. I mean, the images look okay on the back. It's slightly underexposed a little, but I think I can rescue those. Histogram look pretty good. So we could be in for a nice little shot of a hobby there nestled in a tree. And I was not far. I mean, literally just flick the camera around. There we go. There was the tree and the hobby landed somewhere up there. So absolutely made up. Is it going to come back? No idea. What hobbies like to do as well, generally, is they'll obviously hunt, and they like to catch dragonflies on the wing, pick them up, and usually sometimes lift them up and do a bit of jiggery pokey with them. Sometimes they de-wing them in flight, but they like to land on a perch, and they generally have a favoured few perches, and they sit there, they pull the wings off, and then they obviously eat the prey from there. And you can sometimes look below that post, and you can see a massive collection of dragonfly wings, and you can ID a lot of them from that. Things like 4-spotted chasers will give you the indication of the dragonfly species, and if someone's really good on dragonflies, they can ID the rest. Yeah, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So guys, just had some roe deer emerge from the forest. Not particularly great shots, they're quite far off, and certainly a little bit of video there, but not particularly great. But you can see they are venturing out. Got to be careful now as I make my way down the valley that I don't spook them back in. So I have to hug the fence line along the trees until I get clear, really. It's getting to sort of owl time now. We're at 8:20, so we've probably got another hour before the light completely goes. And this is where this camera comes into its own for low light capabilities, but sadly I've got f7.1 on here at the top end. So, but to be honest, this 1:5 is good in low light for f7.1. It really is. The AF is still pretty snappy. Quite surprising, really. And people go, "Oh, no way, low light. How can that be good?" But f7.1. But to be honest, it is. It's really good, and the AF doesn't slow up. It's pretty damn good. Obviously, when the light completely goes, yeah, not so good. And also for the video as well. But this is what I've got. This is what I use, and we'll see what the images will be like if we get the opportunity. But we still got an hour at least of half decent light. At the moment, I'm kind of looking at. So yeah, it's not bad. So 1 in 500th of a second, f7.1, ISO 6400, so not too bad. but we'll see, and hopefully we'll get maybe a late bit of owl action, who knows. But to be honest, guys, I'm absolutely over the moon. Seeing the kestrel behaviour and seeing that hobby, yeah, that was a complete and utter surprise. That's one bird I didn't even think of today. So yeah, massive bonus. And that's the thing I love about wildlife photography so much, is that you never know what you're going to see. But yeah, fantastic. Well, guys, I don't want to get too carried away, but it's definitely owl time, and if there's a barn owl here, it's going to be out pretty soon. Chance of seeing one of those after watching those kestrels together and that Eurasian hobby, I'll be a happy man, I really will. The long-tailed tits, you hear that? I'm just checking the focus at the moment, and I can with barn owls because they're quite laboured in flight. Yeah, and you can go quite slow on shutter speed as long as you pan the bird quite well. Quite low wing beats. You get a little bit of wingtip blur, but hopefully I'm shooting at the moment in this side here would be 12,800 at 1 500th of a second. And behind me here is also good light shooting this way, so slightly better. I'm getting 1 800th of a second this side, so I've got quite a wide area here. I could go nearer posts if I wanted to, hoping for a chance, but my god, there's hundreds of posts here. I'm quite hunkered down here, and next to this old ratty hawthorn here. Yeah, it could work, who knows. Be nice just to see one. Not really that fussed if I don't get a great picture, but to see an owl hunting now, I haven't seen a barn owl for ages because Canada has barn owls, but they are so rare. They're rarer than snowy owls. So, you know, it's one of those birds that they absolutely go mad for. And in fact, a lot of them come to the UK and other places because of barn owls. They're a fabulous bird, but right, I'm going to go quiet now just in case any deer are coming out again. And last 45 minutes before it gets dark. So guys, that concludes the video for today. I've got like another 20 minutes or so before the light completely goes. I'm shooting in low light mode with the Osmo Pocket 3, and just before that light does completely go, I thought I'd sign off. So if at the end of the video you see a picture of a barn owl, I did eventually get one just as I was going. But guys, I really hope you enjoyed this vlog today. Very impromptu, bit of a off the cuff, see how it goes type thing, out on this unfamiliar patch photographic wise. But I kind of walk through the woods here every now and then when I visit my wife's parents. But it's been fantastic. You know, lots of smaller bird species, wrens, robins, common stuff. There's even a pied fly in there, which was absolutely superb, and I got a bit of footage of that too. And seeing the kestrels and the behaviour, no great shots there, guys, but still nice to see that behaviour with the kestrels. And also the absolute creme de la creme, that beautiful hobby at nearly at the end there, which was fantastic, and also the deer emerging as well. So all in all, guys, absolutely fantastic. What a great day, you know, what a great sort of afternoon for about, I don't know, guess it was kind of 4.5, 5 hour session today, but absolutely fantastic. Hope you really enjoy it, guys. If you can leave us a comment and a like if you can, it's much appreciated. And guys, also, if you do fancy buying me a coffee, there is a link below. That's also much appreciated, guys. But from me here in the UK for the last time until I get back to Canada, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all next time.
you.